Right, so moving on. Next one. Ante Delija versus Serghei Spivac. Ante Delija's ranked number 9. He's coming off of a loss to Waldo Cortez Acosta. A knockout loss, I believe, or a TKO. So not so good for him. Serghei Spivac, he's number 7 ranked. He's coming off on a 2-fight losing streak against Waldo Cortez Acosta again and Jailton Almeida, who's ranked just above him at number 6. So Serghei Spivac, he's got a win over Marcin Tybura. He's lost to Cyril Gahn. He's beat Derek Lewis and some of the other people in the kind of top 10 area. But other than that, he hasn't done too much. So Serghei Spivac, Ante Delija, not going to be something that gets either one back into the title picture, but could be something that gets them a top 5 or another top 10 fight, helping them get there to the title. So I think if Ante Delija wins, he'll be ranked number 6, number 7 in the division. And he could look to take on Derek Lewis coming off a loss to Waldo Cortez Acosta, or he could look to take on Jailton Almeida, if he feels his grappling's good enough to withstand that pressure from Jailton Almeida and the back take. I think he could probably do quite a bit of damage to Almeida on the feet. That could be quite a good fight for him. He just needs to have the ranking to get there in the first place. And taking out someone like Spivac, who's lost to Almeida, and getting himself ranked just outside the top 5 would be really good for getting that matchup with Almeida. And I think he could win that, honestly. His grappling seems quite improved. He was doing well against Waldo Cortez Acosta before the eye poke. He eye poked Cortez. Waldo Cortez Acosta, not the other way around. But yeah, so if he wins, I think he should look to take on Derek Lewis coming off of a loss. That could be, or maybe not. Depends on how he feels he could handle with Lewis's power, whether he could take Lewis down. And if Spivac wins, he would be ranked about number 5 or number 6 in the division. And I think he should be looking to fight Blades or a rematch against Almeida. Almeida coming off a loss, looking for potentially a safer fight. Spivac coming on a win, looking for someone around the top 5 area. They're not probably going to give him someone in the top 5, I don't think, unless they give him Blades. I don't think has he fought Blades? He has not fought Blades before, so that's a fresh matchup. That could be quite an interesting one. They're both grapplers. I think Spivac probably has the submission threat, while Blades has the ground and pound, obviously, to deal with that. So I think that would be quite an interesting matchup. That could be something Spivac's really looking forward to get, or looking at, aiming for in the future, that would get him close to that title shot. So Spivac, if he wins against Ante Delija, should be looking to take on Blades or avenge his loss against Almeida. And that would really help secure his spot as a top 5 contender. If Delija loses, he's going to drop down to anywhere from number 10 to 12 ranked. He's going to be on a 2-fight losing streak. I think he could look to fight Talison Teixeira coming off a win, or he could look to fight Mick Parkins. And, Mick Parkins coming off a loss to Tybura. Ante Delija has beaten Tybura. He could feel that would be enough to keep him or get him back to the top 10 area. Marcin Tybura, Mick Parkin, number 13 ranked at the moment. Yeah, he's number 13 ranked. He was on a 5-fight winning streak before losing to Tybura. So, Mick Parkin, Ante Delija could be quite good to, get that number 10 spot in the division. Or Talison Teixeira coming off a win. Talison Teixeira looking for someone to help him move up in the division. And then you've got Serghei Spivac. So Serghei Spivac loses. I think he's going to drop to around number 9 ranked. And I think in that case he should look to fight Shamil Gaziev, the blob himself. Shamil Gaziev, who's ranked number 11 at the moment. Shamil hasn't got a fight booked at the moment. So, Spivac, I think, has the submission threat to deal with Shamil Gaziev. He has the ground and pound. I don't know if Shamil Gaziev could finish him. He'd have to try and, use his control time or land some strikes from the top and make it to a decision. So I think Spivac, if he's coming off a loss, he's going to be on a 3-fight losing streak. And going up against Shamil Gaziev could be a good way to just stop himself from going out of the top 10. Bring himself back in, get himself back in the win column. So I think if Serghei Spivac loses, he should look to take on someone like Shamil Gaziev.